World's an old place. Probably nothing it hasn't seen by now.
Train Dreams is about a man named Robert Grenier. He's a logger in the Pacific Northwest in America, first half of the 20th century. And it's kind of about his life and observing the country and how his industry changes over that amount of time.
It's all going by so fast.
Bye-bye.
Early on, Clint Bentley and I had a lot of conversations about tone and pacing and style. As we were shaping the story in the edit, we rearranged the structure quite a bit. It was really about finding the balance between listening to the footage and Robert's emotional journey. So you always want to cut on those beats. I cut Train Dreams on Adobe Premiere. One of the biggest advantages of Premiere is you're able to get a finished offline edit that is much more polished than with other tools that I've used. It's very malleable. You can sort of use it however you'd like to use it rather than sort of conforming to the way it really wants to do things. Particularly in Train Dreams, there's a lot of dream sequences, and there was a very specific language that the director, Clint Bentley, wanted to achieve with those. He also wanted to cut some scenes, and so he got in there and started playing with stuff and found the language that he had been shooting for. And then from there, I was able to sort of use that in other places in the film. Sound plays a huge part in this film. There are a lot of quiet, contemplative places, and I think that gives the film a real integrity. In the course of using Premiere on Train Dreams, I realized how much I loved using the audio tools. A lot of that is the audio mixing. It becomes a lot easier and less processor intensive to be applying EQs to all of the dialogue. That just makes it much easier to get the music and the dialogue to sort of sit in just the right place. I remember Clint said at one point that he wanted the film to look like a postcard, and it did after the final grade, but the color in the edit was tricky because they were shooting a lot of things at blue hour, so the light was changing a lot from take to take, and if we wanted to combine stuff, I needed to be able to get in there and get it to match perfectly. Blumetry makes it so much easier to do. There's a lot of sequences that are like entirely visual effects. There's a shot towards the beginning of the film to show the scale of the bridge they're building, and it's just something they weren't able to shoot on set. It's one of the most spectacular shots of the film, in spite of the fact it wasn't actually shot. We were able to do most temp comps in Premiere. There are actually a couple of temp comps that even the visual effects supervisor was like, "Are you sure you want me to redo this?" My assistant was able to do them really effectively right in the timeline.
Beautiful, ain't it? What is? All of it. Every bit of it.
Clint and I are both very detail-oriented people. We both know exactly when a cut is right. On Train Dreams especially, I was able to deliver something that was pretty polished because of the tools that Adobe affords. And with Premiere, that I'd be able to rely on it, and it held up.